Let's begin with a truth that often gets overlooked. Success is fragile without a foundation, and that foundation is love. You can build the tallest tower, achieve the highest degree, or accumulate the largest fortune. But if you are standing on shaky ground inside yourself, everything will eventually collapse. And love, whether it is the love you hold for yourself, the love you share with a partner, or the love you extend to the world, is that stabilizing force. It is what keeps your spirit anchored when ambition tempts you into chaos. We tend to separate love and success in our minds almost as if they belong to two different universes. Success is seen as external, status, money, recognition. Love is seen as internal, emotions, intimacy, vulnerability. But the truth is, they are not separate at all. They are intertwined in a way most people fail to notice. Without love, success often tastes bitter, no matter how grand it looks from the outside. And without at least some sense of accomplishment, love can begin to feel like a cage, suffocating instead of liberating. The real secret is not choosing between the two, but understanding how love provides the emotional stability that makes success not only achievable, but meaningful. Think for a moment about the people we admire most in history, not just for their accomplishments, but for their character. Whether it's great leaders, visionary creators, or even those close to us who live quietly, but profoundly, they all share something in common. They had an anchor, something or someone they loved deeply that reminded them why they were striving in the first place. That anchor allowed them to stand firm in the face of uncertainty, to endure hardship, and to move forward when logic said to stop. Success is rarely about brilliance alone. It is more often about persistence. And persistence is born from having something to love. Love stabilizes the mind. It clears the fog of insecurity. It tells you that even if you fail today, you are not worthless. Even if the world mocks you, you are still valuable. That kind of inner assurance cannot come from titles or achievements. Those things are fragile, easily stripped away. True stability comes from knowing you are loved and that you are capable of loving in return. It creates what psychologists call a secure base, and from that base, risk becomes less terrifying. When you are grounded in love, you dare to reach higher because you are not afraid of falling. But let's take this further. Love is not just about romantic relationships. It begins with self-love, with the discipline of respecting yourself enough to not let your ambitions destroy your health, your dignity, or your humanity. If you chase success while despising yourself, you will sabotage everything you build. On the other hand, when you treat yourself with love, you gain patience, resilience, and clarity. You learn to separate your worth from your outcomes. You stop working to prove yourself and start working to express yourself. That shift alone can transform not only the way you pursue success, but also the kind of success you attract. Now, in relationships, love does something equally profound. It keeps ambition in perspective. It reminds us that we are not machines built for output. We are human beings built for connection. The pressure to succeed can make us forget this. We grind, we hustle, we push ourselves into exhaustion, believing that the applause at the finish line will heal our loneliness. But love offers a different rhythm. It slows you down enough to remember why the race matters. It whispers to you that the point is not only to arrive, but to arrive whole. And there is another dimension here, philosophical. If we view life only as a ladder to climb, success becomes an endless competition. Someone will always be ahead, someone will always have more. But if we see life as a journey of connection, then love reframes success. Suddenly, success is not defined by how many people envy us, but by how many people we uplift. It is not about the empire we build, but about the relationships we nurture while building it. Love transforms success from a lonely peak into a shared horizon. This is why love as a foundation is not weakness but strength. It is not a distraction from the path of success. It is the very ground that path rests on. Without it, ambition turns into emptiness, and success becomes a mask we wear to hide our pain. With it, ambition gains direction, and success becomes an authentic expression of who we are. So, as you think about your own pursuit of success, ask yourself, what is anchoring you? Are you chasing recognition without a foundation of love? Or are you allowing love, self-love, relational love, universal love, to stabilize you, to give you the inner strength that no setback can shake? The answer to that question determines not just how high you rise, but whether you will stand tall when you get there. And here is the closing truth: love is not the enemy of success, it is its silent partner. Without it, success is fragile. With it, Success becomes unshakable. Choose to build your foundation wisely, because when love anchors you, no storm in life can pull you under. If love provides the foundation of inner stability, then its second role is even more fascinating. It fuels the very energy we use to pursue our ambitions. Many people assume love and success pull us in opposite directions, that investing deeply in one means losing ground in the other. But when you look closer, you find the opposite is true. Love, when it is real and healthy, doesn't drain ambition, it charges it. It doesn't slow you down, it gives you the strength to keep moving when everything in life is telling you to stop. Think about what ambition demands of you. Success requires long hours, sacrifices, resilience, and a willingness to take risks without any guarantee of reward. That path is exhausting. If your only fuel is pride, fear of failure, or the desire to prove people wrong, you will eventually burn out. These are temporary motivators. They can light a spark, but they can't sustain a fire. What sustains a fire is love, the love of what you are doing, the love of the people you are doing it for, and the love you receive that reminds you your value isn't tied to the outcome. There is a psychological principle at work here. Human beings perform best when they are operating not out of fear, but out of connection. Fear narrows the mind, it puts you in survival mode. Love expands the mind. It creates creativity, openness, and courage. When you are supported by love, your brain literally works better. You process information more clearly, you manage stress more effectively, and you bounce back faster from setbacks. In that sense, love is not just an emotional comfort, it is a neurological advantage. It changes the way you approach the pursuit of success. And let's not confuse love with mere romance. Love can take many forms. It might be the unwavering encouragement of a partner who reminds you your worth when you doubt yourself. It might be the admiration of a child who sees you as their hero. It might be the respect of a community that believes in your contribution. It might even be your own love for the craft, the work itself, the process of creating, building, or serving. In all these cases, love becomes fuel. It's the reason you wake up when you want to give up. It's the push that makes you reach for one more step when the mountain feels impossible to climb. Philosophically, we can think of love as energy that multiplies when shared. Unlike money or time, which deplete as you spend them, love grows the more you give it. That's why people who live with love in their hearts often seem to have an endless reservoir of energy for their work. They're not working merely to achieve. They're working to express something, to honor something, to serve something beyond themselves. That's why their ambition feels different. It doesn't look like greed or desperation. It looks like purpose. On the other hand, when ambition is fueled only by ego, it becomes a black hole. No matter how much success you feed it, it's never enough. That kind of ambition devours energy rather than creating it. It burns bridges, destroys relationships, and often leads to emptiness even when the external results look impressive. That's the danger of chasing success without love. You may arrive at the top, but you'll be too exhausted, too lonely, or too broken to enjoy it. Let me give you a simple contrast. Imagine two people building their careers. One is fueled purely by the desire to outshine others. The other is fueled by the desire to provide a better life for their family or to contribute something meaningful to the world. Both may work equally hard, but their energy feels different. The first is heavy, brittle, prone to burnout. The second is lighter, more resilient, able to endure setbacks because the motivation is rooted in love. This is the hidden energy exchange that makes all the difference. And this truth applies even within self-love. If you truly love yourself, you don't chase success out of desperation. You chase it as an expression of who you are. You push forward not because you're incomplete without recognition, but because your potential deserves to be honored. That distinction may seem small, but it changes everything. Love-driven ambition is sustainable because it doesn't consume you, it nourishes you. We must recognize that the untold secret between love and success is not about balancing them, but about allowing love to infuse success with energy and purpose. Without love, success becomes a marathon run on empty. With love, success becomes a journey where even the hardest climbs feel meaningful. So here is the challenge I leave you with. Do not chase ambition fueled only by fear, competition, or ego. Those fuels will run dry. Instead, ask yourself, what do I love enough that I'm willing to endure the struggle for it? Who do I love enough that their belief in me gives me strength when I have none left? When you answer those questions honestly, you will uncover a source of energy that no setback can drain. Because the truth is simple. Love is not the opposite of ambition. It is the battery that keeps it alive. And when your ambition is powered by love, you don't just succeed, you thrive. One of the greatest myths we've been taught is that love and success are at war with each other. We grow up hearing phrases like, you can't have it all, or you have to choose between your career and your relationship. And because these ideas are repeated so often, many of us accept them as truth. But if you examine this belief closely, you'll realize it is less about reality and more about fear. Fear that if we stretch ourselves too far, something important will break. The truth is love and success are not enemies. They do not demand sacrifice of each other. What they demand is alignment. When they are aligned, they amplify each other. The problem is society glorifies sacrifice. We romanticize the entrepreneur who sleeps 4 hours a night and has no personal life. We applaud the partner who gives up all their dreams for the sake of a relationship. In both cases, what we're really celebrating is imbalance. One person abandons love for success, another abandons success for love. And then we wonder why so many people feel empty, resentful, or unfulfilled. The misconception is thinking that in order to gain one, you must destroy the other. But life isn't meant to be a zero-sum game. Think of it like this. Love and success are not two ends of a seesaw where one must go down for the other to rise. They are more like two wings of the same bird. You need both if you want to fly. If one wing is broken, you might still move, but you'll be spinning in circles instead of soaring forward. In that sense, integration is not just possible, it is essential. So how do you integrate them? The answer lies in redefining what both love and success actually mean to you. Too often, success is defined only in external terms: wealth, recognition, influence, and love is defined only as romance or emotional dependency. But when you expand these definitions, something shifts. Success becomes not just about what you achieve, but about who you become while achieving it. Love becomes not just about passion, but about partnership, support, and growth. When seen through this lens, love and success are not competing. They are cooperating. Consider the way a healthy relationship actually strengthens your pursuit of success. A loving partner doesn't hold you back. They challenge you, encourage you, and remind you of your worth when the world doubts you. Likewise, a fulfilling career or purpose-driven path doesn't drain your ability to love. It enriches you with experiences, confidence, and a sense of identity you can bring into the relationship. In both directions, when aligned, they feed each other. Philosophically, this is about moving beyond the mindset of scarcity, the belief that you must sacrifice love for success, or success for love comes from the fear that there isn't enough energy, time, or capacity to handle both. But love is not a limited resource. It grows the more you give it. And success, when pursued wisely, can also be expansive. It can create freedom, opportunities, and space to nurture relationships. The scarcity mindset makes us believe we must cut ourselves in half to survive, when in truth, integration multiplies us. But let's be honest, alignment doesn't happen automatically. It requires clarity and conscious choice. It means not choosing a career that demands the destruction of your personal life. It also means not choosing a relationship that suffocates your individuality or potential. Too often, people don't fail because love and success can't coexist. They fail because they choose partners, careers, or lifestyles that pull them in opposite directions. The secret is not sacrifice. The secret is alignment. When you realize this, the misconception of sacrifice begins to dissolve. You see that you don't have to cut love out of your life to succeed, nor do you have to abandon your ambitions to keep love. Instead, you learn to design a life where both feed each other, where your success makes your love richer, and your love makes your success more meaningful. This shift is liberating. It changes how you work, how you love, and even how you see yourself. You no longer ask, what must I sacrifice? Instead, you ask, how can I align? And that question leads to healthier relationships, more sustainable success, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. So here's the thought I leave you with. Sacrifice is not the secret to balancing love and success. Alignment is. Don't fall for the lie that you must break one wing to let the other fly. Learn instead to strengthen both, because only then can you soar. If we've explored how love stabilizes success, how it fuels ambition, and how it integrates rather than competes with achievement, Then we arrive at the final and perhaps most important truth: love defines what success ultimately means. Because in the end, success without love is not legacy. It's just memory, and often a fading one. What makes a life unforgettable is not the titles you held, not the money you earned, not even the awards you displayed. What makes a life unforgettable is the love you gave, the lives you touched, and the hearts you left warmer than you found them. Think about it. History is filled with stories of people who reached incredible heights of power or wealth, yet their names inspire no affection. They are remembered, but not admired. They left behind legacies of fear or envy, not love. And then there are those who perhaps didn't accumulate the same wealth or fame, but who are remembered with reverence because they led with compassion, they loved deeply, and they made others feel valued. This is the quiet but powerful truth: success can open doors, but only love determines whether people want to walk through them with you. Philosophically, we can say that love is the measure of meaning. Accomplishments can impress, but love transforms. Success alone can put your name in the world's records, but love engraves it in the hearts of others. And isn't that what legacy truly is? Not just being known, but being remembered with gratitude. Not just being respected, but being cherished. When you reflect on your own journey, you may find yourself asking, what do I want to leave behind? Do I want people to look at my achievements and say, that was impressive? Or do I want them to look at my life and say, that person made me better? Because the truth is, no matter how high you climb, the applause fades. The money gets spent. The trophies gather dust. But the love you've given to people, the way you've lifted them, the way you've believed in them, the way you've shared yourself authentically, that's the part that endures. That's the part that cannot be erased by time. And this is not just about leaving a legacy for others. It's also about the legacy you leave for yourself. When people at the end of their lives look back, they rarely talk about how many deals they closed or how many promotions they earned. They talk about the people they loved, the relationships they built, the times they gave something of themselves and received something priceless in return. That tells us something profound: success without love leaves regret. Success with love leaves peace. But here's where the integration we've spoken about matters. Love is not opposed to achievement. It deepens it. When your success is rooted in love, the work you do becomes more than a personal victory. It becomes a contribution. You are not just achieving for yourself. You are creating space for others to thrive, too. You're not just building a business. You're building opportunities for families. You're not just writing a book. You're giving someone words that might change their life. Love transforms achievement into impact. And impact is the essence of legacy. Psychologically, this also frees you. When success is defined only by external results, you're trapped in a cycle of endless striving. But when you tie success to love, you find fulfillment in the process, not just the outcome. Every step becomes meaningful because you are giving more than you are taking. And this mindset doesn't just make you more fulfilled, it makes you more resilient. Because even if you fail by the world's standards, you succeed by love's standards. You've added something of value to the human story, and that matters more than any trophy. So as we close this thought, I invite you to shift your definition of success. Don't see it only as the sum of your accomplishments. See it as the quality of your contributions, the depth of your relationships, the sincerity of your love. Ask yourself, if everything I built disappeared tomorrow, what would remain of me in the hearts of others? That answer reveals your true legacy. And here is the final truth. You cannot carry your achievements with you, but you can carry the love you've given. Success may be temporary, but love is eternal. It is the thread that ties your story to the lives of others long after you are gone. Build your success on love, fuel it with love, align it with love, and let love define it. Because in the end, love is the only success that lasts.